stuff. Katie plays stuff.
Hey, I'm Katie, and this is Katie Plays Stuff, where I play stuff for you. And today, we're playing a game called Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. Alright guys, so I was actually going to wait to play this because I'm currently playing two other games at the same time as this one, but there is a deal right now going on Steam for this specific game, and it ends on the 15th of December. If you're watching this in the future, this means nothing to you. But if you do like this game at all, please go and get it before the 15th of December. If you're not into visual novels, that's completely okay. Skip it and go on to the next video. But I am really excited about this one because the description is really cool. This is an interactive psychological horror shaped by your choices. One steeped in love, obsession, and madness. Every decision you make, every step you take, will pull you deeper into your own personal insanity. And it has 8 endings. So if I get one ending and you get the game, you could have a completely different playthrough than me. Let's get started. Warning, before you fall into the dread of madness, the shadowed path beneath your steps has led you here. But before you take another step, make sure your mind is ready. Beyond this strange path, you will encounter blood thick with the stain of sin, limbs torn apart in hatred, the suffocating dread of love turned possessive, and the ecstatic lust of unbridled desire. If you're still here, then go on, because you already know what waits beyond. The experience ahead contains depictions of blood, gore, violence, and sexuality. All my favorite things, baby! I see her in my dreams, her, in that house on the edge of a cliff. Everything changed after reading that letter. The one bearing her name, my old love, Lilith. 5 years ago, on a dark night, they took her from that house, executed her for black alchemy. I was the one who turned her in, oh damn it. But now, she's calling me back to the house, wants to bury her breath in my sins. But how? That's what I have to find out. Okay, so I turned her in. She probably wants to kill me, I would assume. Act 1, Welcome Home, My Love. Alright guys, so I think this game is going to be a lot of reading. Hopefully you like to hear me read. So, let's do this. Far past the Hook Haven, which is woven by the grounded ships of Livber. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. There's a whirlwind roaring in the east. You don't see it, you don't hear it, yet you know the power it holds, enough to alter all of Gaia, a womb for gales to blow out of. But you come here. You wait, standing in the heart of twilight, silently, eyes shut. 5 years later, once again, you stand at the door to this house, a letter clutched in your hand. So these are underlined. Livber is a coastal nation in the northwest of Gaia, governed not by a central authority, but by a 5-member council known as the Court of Trade, alright? And then Gaia is a windswept world of 15 island nations, home to unique races and cultures. Alright, so 5 years later I'm here, and I'm clutching a letter. What am I waiting for? Read the letter. Did I even have another choice? Let's read it. The raindrops fall on the paper, landing with soft patters. You grip the letter tightly with both hands, keeping it from being blown away by the wind. The silvery moonlight, trapped between the clouds, shimmers across the ink spilled from a woman's hand. You read the lines again, and again, and again. Alright, we got this letter here. If you're reading these lines, it means there's still something inside your heart that belongs to me. As I've always told you, death is far too ordinary a thing to keep us apart. I will give birth to our creation in our home, beneath the place we once shared. You must be with me, inside me, because our creation cannot be left undone. Turn back, pass through the dark, complete us. We were always meant to be one, and we still can be, my love. As long as you have the courage, as long as you do not fear, I am waiting for you. In the Never-All. Lilith. Oh gosh, it's like we're being called back to Silent Hill or something. Alright. Could this really be true, Lilith? Is she truly alive? I need to put an end to this nonsense. Lilith is dead. Alright, are we going with the James Silent Hill? Or are we going with that's actually crazy? Let's be a little practical about this. And yet you fear that she isn't, because what waits for you may be far more dangerous than a corpse calling you to her door. Like what? Like memories. Just like this very moment, standing here in the rain. A memory brought you here, and it keeps you here. Why here? Why would Lilith call me here? It was meant to be, I had to come here. Yeah, why here? Where else would it be? This is where the two of you began. That wooden house on the cliffs by Livber shore. This is where you first held each other. Your first night, your first love, and your first lies, all buried here. This two-story hovel raised upon your memories. I guess I can never escape my memories, can I? They'll find me in the end. I can still leave, it's not too late for anything. Let's go with this one. Unfortunately, you think your memories reside in your mind. Most do. But in truth, they're fragments, bits flaking off the world around you, carried by the wind, rain, sun, and pale moonlight. They slowly gather around you. They mix with the air you breathe. They seep into your body and carry you somewhere else. Truly carry you. They keep doing this until you're convinced you've moved on. Are you saying I never really left this place? Convince? Are my memories convincing me? Are you saying I never really left this place? These questions still have no meaning, and neither do the answers. But in time, they will. You shouldn't stay out in the rain any longer now. Alright, do I knock or open? Let's just barge right in. Oh! We got a kitty! Meow? Just as your hand reaches the door, you hear Yell's voice from beyond the threshold. The winged BETRAYAL. What is that? Born from the third clash between light and dark within the cosmic never-all. These trained life forms range from feral beasts. Okay, so it's a type of beast. Domesticated bacterium, believed to hail from the Sky Nation. Oh, this game got lore, huh? The winged BETRAYAL, who never truly leaves you, and never truly belonged to you. Her white fur glows as if soaked in light, not rain. She spreads her wings, oh, she's got wings, and leaps swiftly towards you, landing at your feet. She shakes the droplets from her coat, then she sits back on her hind legs, head tilted, amber eyes watching you with curiosity. Meow mew? Do you know what's waiting for me in there, my friend? Lean down and pet Yell. Let's pet her. Murmur. You pet Yell. Yell gently brushes her head against your feet. Then she stops before the door. She looks up at it. With a soft stroke, she traces the door frame with her paw. Then she turns her amber eyes to you. Well then, take a deep breath and reach for the door. I hope you'll still be here when I return, my friend. Let's go for that. We making friends already, beach! The wind falls silent for a moment. You hear the waves of the sea easing in the distance. Far, far away, the flash of a lightning strike blinds you, but its thunder never reaches your ears. The raindrops hang weightless in midair. Yell glances at you one last time and spreads her wings, then leaps into the shadows between the rocks. Your fate embraces you. All right, let's open the door. Good thing I like to read, man. Oh, it's dark in here. Very dark. The door creaks open, but even you don't know what it is you hope to see, do you? Your guilt has chased you all the way here, and at last your sins have caught you. I'm ready to face my past. No, you wish you were. As you crack the door open, the air brushing against your face is stale and musty. The sweetness of Lilith flowers mixes with the scent of something burned. It pulls you back to that festival day, to the moment you first met Lilith, and then it's Lilith flowers, white-colored plant resembling the forget-me-nots. You see her, standing beneath the dim light, like she's been torn from the heart of this house, You lose your breath. A chill crawls up your spine and you freeze. It takes you a moment to realize your knees are trembling, whether from fear or excitement. You can't tell. A whisper slips from your lips. Lilith? Oh shit, she's sitting there! She doesn't see you, bent slightly over the table, trying to light a candle, just as you remember her. Lilith, the ghost of your past, your greatest lie and sin. My greatest lie? Did I kill her? Is this really Lilith? Lilith, you're really alive? Yeah. Your voice comes out weaker than you expected. Its trembling echo bounces off the rotting wood, and another lifeless question slips from your lips. How? You remember. The festival night, a warm breeze carries the city's aroma far away. You two slip away from the crowded streets. The early black's crimson glow wraps Lilith's hair like a fiery halo. The noise of celebration fades behind you. Right there, you hand Lilith a bouquet of white tallith flowers. She looks deep into your eyes and she smiles. Tossing her hair back, she asks the same question. What is this here? Okay, so I can look at the picture. Aw, her hair looks beautiful. White tallith flowers. How did you find these? There's nothing I couldn't find for you. They overflowed from my love for you. Oh, God. There's nothing I couldn't find for you, my love. A beautiful lie, told so well. Even you believed it yourself. My love. She looks at you as if about to say something. A pained smile touches her lips. The silence hangs between you. You've finally come. You're alive. How can this be? 5 years later, how could you write this letter? Let's do this one. I assumed you had read the letter, my love. Death is far too ordinary a thing to separate us. When you left me that night, I left the boundaries of my body. Isn't that what we always sought, in the end? Sorry, I'm putting on a weird half-American, half-English accent. I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I wasn't the one leaving you, Lilith. You wanted this. Why did you call me here? You wanted this. This isn't the time for accusations, my love. After all these years, to finally see you. Come, sit. This is strange. As the candle flame flickers, you see a brief shadow of hatred flash across Lilith's face, as if beneath her skin, another face is waiting. No, I won't sit before you give me an answer. Is it really you? Oh, she's pretty. Lilith slowly approaches. You now see her eyes more clearly than ever. Something writhes behind her gaze. Her body leans towards you, getting closer. You feel the sweet aroma rising from her skin, her warm breath brushing against you. It does kind of look like there's something behind her. Oh. Can I click? Her pale skin and the wear beneath the eyes, the same marks you see on every face raised in Livber's lawless ports. That's why Mother never approved of her. To her, she was just a tarnished, destitute of noble blood. Oh, Mother didn't like her. Okay. My love, do you truly not recognize me? This is just a game, all of this. This has to be an illusion. An illusion? Her smile spreads across her face. If only it were, my love. Then perhaps I'd wake up in the night you left me. But here you are. So shall we eat? Sit in the chair, I guess. Sitting with some ghost-ass lady. Oh, God! Why'd she look like that? Now look in her eyes, like something else is writhing behind them. It's her, but not. None of this feels right. What is she feeding me? I really put in work to make tonight perfect. I wanted certain things to be flawless for our reunion. After you've let me to rot, it's been... She pauses for a moment, looks out at the window where the moonlight falls. You thought I should have died. I know you did. After I made you that offer. After I told you that we had to become one. Our souls, my love. We had to piece our souls together and bind them with that alchemy ritual. So that's why she called me here. She wants to somehow still bind me. Maybe to come back to life. Maybe she's some weird ghost. You expected me to pay the price for your madness, Lilith. I said no because you had decided to destroy me. I had to make a choice. Maybe I should have said yes to you that night. Perhaps everything was already fractured and I was just ignoring it. Now, let's go with the, disbelieving kind of thing. Her hand holding the fork freezes in midair for a second. As the silence stretches, Lilith's breathing deepens. My madness. I offered you love. Only love. A love so deep that even death couldn't end it. But you were afraid. Afraid to be with me beyond Neverall. You betrayed me. Did you think I wouldn't know? When I told you about the black alchemy ritual, when I spoke of piecing our souls together to crown our love, you saw my blood, heard my screams. You saw me vanish into the dark of the waters. The waters. Remain silent. Look away. Remain silent. Let her go on. She turns her face towards you, and it darkens with hatred, with rage, with something darker, and with something even an eye cannot name. Her skin ripples as if 100 tiny things move beneath it. You can't tell if it's real, or if it's just the candle's flickering light playing tricks on you. Then just as quickly as it came, the moment passes. Lilith slowly leans back. No, you didn't even know what you wanted. Love means something different to you. You don't love me. You want to own me. Let's go with that. Breaks my heart that you believe it could be that simple, my love. You don't understand. I never wanted to own you. Never did. The wooden walls of the house groan under the assault of the rain, driven harder by the wind. The sea crashes against the cliffs, then pulls back into itself with a hiss of white foam. Darkness spreads ever outward beyond the horizon. For a fleeting moment, you wish that you were out there, on the deck of a ship bound to somewhere you cannot see. Too little, too late. Your madness will break both of us, Lilith. It already has, my love. Just like those paintings you love so much. It's not my madness. No, no, no. It's your cowardice. Nothing more than a diseased reflection of faded memories in your mind. Like this place. Like me. Like you. Go on. Eat. Porf meat. Porf meat. A sacred animal. We can't eat sacred animals. Known to live in herds, they have long manes and specialized pincers used for communication. Strongly driven from the sense of belonging, they bond only with certain homins. Okay. They can create a toxic chemical. I cooked it just the way you like. It wasn't easy, but it melts slowly on the tongue. When the fat coats the roof of your mouth and slips beneath your tongue, you'll taste the herbs. Gods, porf meat, Lilith. You've completely lost it. I never imagined porf meat could be edible. Oh shit, she's eaten, like, horses, or half unicorn things, or whatever. After the festival, where we first met, and that first night when you told me you loved me, we saw a porf, remember? It was magnificent. Its mane was long and beautiful. You remember, don't you, my love? Afterwards, we went to get something to eat. I couldn't stop thinking about it. You were mesmerized by that creature. You kept going on and on about how beautiful it was, how bright its mane shone, how proud it stood. Did you really think I could tolerate that, my love? Oh my god! She killed it because I thought a horse was good looking? That's like, what if she cooks my dog or something? That first night we met, we didn't eat anything, Lilith. I think I remember, maybe not what we ate, but feeling happy. Perhaps that's why everything afterward hurt so much. Bitch, we didn't eat anything. No. She slams her hands on the table, leaning forward. Her face contorts with rage. Her eyes, wide and unblinking, bore into you, burning with intensity. No, 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 that's exactly what we ate. You told me how much you loved me, how we'd never be apart. Do you remember what else you said? I said it didn't matter that you came from a different class. I told you I'd never leave you no matter what. Okay. That's what you said, isn't it? I remember how your mother looked at me the first time we met. Like I was a disgusting insect, or worse, a Bacter. If I wasn't born in noble, in Cardia, I was nothing to her. And you? You didn't stand by me. Okay, so I didn't confront my mother. I'm a little mama's boy, clearly. Lilith doesn't take her eyes off of you. Every motion she makes to cut the pork meat with her fork shakes her entire body. Her head tilts slightly, the candlelight slipping through her crimson hair. Silky strands swing gently back and forth. Your gaze shifts downward. You realize she's not slicing the meat on her plate, but pressing the blade into her own forefinger with all her strength, blood mixing with the meat below. Try to stop her. Lilith, your thumb, what are you doing? Take a step back. I'm scared she's gonna stab me or something. Let's step back. As you suddenly try to step back, the table leg scrapes against the wood. Your knees slam into the underside of the table. What's wrong, my love? You. Lilith's eyes follow your gaze to the porcelain plate in front of her. After a brief pause, she picks up a scrap of paper from the floor and presses it into her bleeding finger. And then in the blink of an eye, she's suddenly right beside you. Ah, love, my love. If only you knew how happy it makes me to see you worry about me. But it's just a small cut. Don't fret. Did you cut yourself too deeply? How could you be so careless, Lilith? Are you okay? Her vacant eyes blink, then find yours. What did you say? Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine, it's just... I never told you how my mother died, did I? She was addicted to Dophin. What's Dophin? Alchemical substance that induces happiness. But it's addictive, okay? Some said she was obsessed, but I never wanted to believe that. I must have been 7 when she had her final episode. Her stash was all empty, so she thought she could drink what remained in her own blood. Ew. When they found her, she had drowned herself. Tragic. Though I used to think it was funny. But now I understand why she did it. Wait a second, you thought it was funny that your mother drowned in her own blood? Why? Okay, I got an achievement for that. Because some obsessions are meant to consume you. They have to go deep. They have to become a part of who you are. Like you. Like me. Or like becoming a part of me. You understand, don't you, my love? You must be inside me. Neither of us is complete until we're one. Shells. Shells within shells. Voids. The candle flickers. Rain lashes against the windows. You listen until the soft patter of every drop echoes in your ears. Lilith's breath mingles with yours. Slowly, she circles around you and slips into the darkness. The woman watches you unblinking. She waits, impatient for you to eat. I don't want to. Try to eat? I can't put up with this madness any longer. Get up. Oh, God. I got a, well, that escalated quickly, achievement. Do you think you can defy fate? From the beginning, we were destined to be one. Neither you nor anyone else can stop this. Never, never, never! Head for the door. Standing up, your head spins. You steady yourself and move towards the door behind you. Lilith gasps. Just as your trembling hands reach the door, Lilith blocks your path, eyes wide with madness, mouth agape. She clutches the knife she'd used to cut the meat. You instinctively tense up. Lilith, don't be ridiculous. Get out of my way. You've completely lost your mind. Listen to me. You don't have to do this. Wait. Let's do that. It doesn't work in the horror movies, so. You can't leave. Not before you've finished. You must first rip me from your heart. Can you do that? Or must I do it for you? I wish I could have saved you from this pain, Lilith. You know I can't do that. Not for you, not for me. Rain pounding against the windows intensifies. Lightning briefly illuminates the paintings, fresh and glistening, as if it was just painted. Your eyes drift towards the pork meat. It subtly moves on the bloodied plate. Yeah, once again, I don't want to eat it. It's got blood all in it. I won't let you out of here. Not yet. Not until I've said all I need to say. Look, I'm only here because I want to understand you. Whatever you wrote about in that letter, I came to talk. Fine, let's talk, after you put that down. You're kidding, right? We've talked, my love. You already understand. Everything's out in the open now. No more secrets, no more shadows, no more masks. There's only acceptance. You're mine. You belong to me, and I'll tear out the part of you that refuses to accept it. I'll take the very essence from inside your heart. For you, my love, for us. On her maddened face... Oh, I can probably click it too. This isn't anger, it's something else. Her features, they're slipping. Like another form beneath her skin, the true horror she's hiding is struggling to surface. On her maddened face, there's a terrifying grin mingled with dread. Veins bulge on her forehead. The whites of her widened eyes are bloodshot. Her grip tightens on the knife until her knuckles whiten. She steps towards you. Ugh, stop! Lilith's crazed eyes bulge as if ready to burst from their sockets. Beneath her ragged clothes, her chest heaves violently with each breath. Then suddenly, her skin splits apart like parched earth around an ever-blowing whirlwind on a distant island nation. Her cheeks, mouth, hair, your last shred of rational thought screams at you, "Run!" Your feet recoil in an archaic flex, and you stumble over one of the books scattered on the floor, crashing down. For a brief moment, yellowed pages spill out across the ground from the fallen book. You catch glimpses of your own drawings, a dining table, and a woman clutching a knife, but there's no time to focus. Struggling to your knees, you crawl deeper into the house. That's when you remember. There's a passage leading from the basement to the cellar door outside. The cellar. I must get to the cellar. Another exit, a window, a back door. Shit. Alright, go to the cellar. What the hell does that say? There's nothing left to separate us, my love! From the darkness of the corridor, Lilith's voice emerges, scarcely taking shape in her throat. It carries the strangeness of an extra Gaian creature that seems to have only just learned how to speak. You sprint and finally reach the cellar door. Oh shit! Gripped by a sudden terror, you seize the cellar's cold handle, expecting a hand to clutch your shoulder at any moment, as footsteps grow louder down the corridor, but it never comes. As you push the door open, a wave of dampness and nauseating stench of things that should have long been dead hits you in the face. Stepping through the doorway, you slam it shut, and as you bolt the door behind you, an abysmal silence and darkness wrap around you. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Don't know what this says. Act 2, echoes deep within. It's very interesting so far. I'm on the edge of my seat. In the dark, you pause a moment. Your mind strains to grasp what this is. Lilith, food, creation. The dust and creak of boards mingle with your hurried breath. Beneath your feet, stairs descending. Where am I? Try to examine your surroundings. The basement. Could I find a way out through the basement? Lilith's creation. It was herself, wasn't it? Gods, what was that thing I saw? Let's examine. When the basement door closed, you felt yourself pulled into the void. Now, beneath your feet, wooden steps leading down. Could I find a way out through the basement? Once, on a sunlit morning of the first Circad, a time cycle marking a 3-year period on Gaia, you saw Yell descend these very basement stairs. You followed after, finding her scratching at a hollow in the corner. When you drew near, you saw it was a hatch opening outwards. Old, broken hinges rusted. When Lilith saw it, she grew fearful. Could I use this hatch? Do I remember what it looked like? You could try. In the end, do you have another choice? Do I remember what it looked like? Yes. A hatch made of wood, round, wedged among the stones of the wall, plastered with mud. You hardly noticed it before or after. I could use it to get out. I don't know what lurks in the basement. I should go back upstairs. Nah. We're going down. The wooden steps groan beneath your tread. Their cries, like the house itself, are bitter shrieks. From unseen depths rise a heavy moan, the stink of mold and damp. One step, another, you go down. Open the door slightly. You re-rise from the dark as the basement stairs sink into an abysmal silence. Your steps find solid ground. Old memories. You remember the rooms beneath this house you once shared with Lilith. But like everything else, this place feels unfamiliar now. Lilith. Her dread is still fresh, sharp and ripe, crystals growing between the stones in the wall cast a faint, pale light. When you lift your head, you see 2 doors standing tall in the wall ahead. Okay, we also have something here. In this room, where everything else is decayed, fallen apart from the only thing still standing is this table, there's a portrait on it. It must be one of my drawings. Okay. I have to go, I have to get out of here. At the end of this place, there must be a way, a passage to the cellar hatch outside. There has to be. Look at the doors. Gods, I don't recognize this place. Where am I? Okay, let's look at the doors. You nudge aside the scattered books, the shredded parchments, the splintered wood with your foot, and approach the doors. On the left stands a rusted iron door, worn by the weight of years. An ancient symbol, long since stripped of meaning, is carved upon it. The other is hewn from heavy, damp timber, creaking softly, as though it were breathing. Let's touch the metal door. As your hand grazes the metal, the tang of iron fills your nostrils, along with a memory flooding back into your mind. On a rain-drenched night, you had rushed here into this very house, kissing the wet strands of Lilith's hair, and in that kiss, the sour tang of her skin mingled with the sharp, rusted stench of blood. It was a memory you had tried to bury, one you could never forget. Open the door. I guess I don't have a choice to touch the other door. Okay, I thought I could touch them both. The table's broken and the chair has been thrown to the floor, as if after a fierce storm, they were left untouched to make an example of something. Okay. When you open the iron door, a sour stench of sweat and rot greets you. Fearing Lilith might be following, you slip inside and shut the door quickly behind you. You look around. Like the room before, this one, too, is shrouded in the eerie halo of blue light cast by the crystal embedded in the wall. The air quivers with anticipation, and then a voice. Clara? Do you remember me? Who are you? Look towards the source of the voice. When you turn towards the voice, you see a young woman standing motionless in the corner of the room, her skin clinging tightly to bone. If not for her eyes bright and piercing deep into your soul under the pale light, you might have mistaken her for a still silhouette of a statue. But then she tilts her head, just slightly, and in that moment you see it more clearly. There's something in the woman's eyes, something you once knew, something you once loved. Look closely. Wait a bit. I know you. At last! At last! At last! She made me. Remade me. From start to finish. Yes. What? Who did this? Was it Lilith? No, I didn't want this. Lilith. When she said our creation, was she talking about you? You wish it were so. You want this madness to end soon, to see Lilith's strange game come to an end, but no. This isn't the creation Lilith spoke of. This is a personal experiment of hers. What has she in store for you is something very different. Shh, don't say it. If you say her name, she'll come. The young woman, hearing Lilith's name, presses herself against the wall. She pulls her shoulders tight inward, eyes fixed on the door behind you as she speaks. I had to be good. I mean, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I had to be. Yes. What? Oh, she's a little girl. Sorry, I gave you the worst voice in history. The young woman's face is almost unbearable to look at, as if another face has been stretched over hers. Yet she cannot hide her pain and sorrow. There's a childhood lost deep within. Ugh. When she pulls back, the crystal light shows her more clearly. A scar begins beneath her neck and runs forward past her ears, reaching up to the hair roots. The skin of her face is pulled taut, as if cut parts and stitched back together along those marks. Ugh. The fingers she wraps around her arms are thin and long, as if filed down, extended, and altered. The woman before you looks like someone who has been worked on endlessly, reshaped piece by piece since childhood. How could she do this? The young woman looks at you from where she is crouched down by the wall. For a moment, the twisted smile on her face reminds you of Lilith. For you, to create you, and of course, to love you. Lilith, I loved you for who you were. Are you her? Did Lilith steal your body and soul? Huh? Lilith, I loved you for who you were. But Milady told me if I stay pretty, I'll always be loved. That's what she said. She said. The young woman hesitates for but a moment. She tries to furrow her brows, but the skin stretched over her face won't let her. But I got pretty, didn't I? Fit to T. Yes, fit to a T. You don't need to be sad anymore. You're not sure if there's anything else you could say. What words are there for someone curled in a corner, experimented on, reshaped, and tortured for who knows how long? Alright, then. Alright. Will I see my mom now? Will I see him? Her eyes glaze over as she tilts her head slightly. You can see her body start to tense. And why's I'm still so cold inside? I'll do everything I can to help you see your mother again. Whatever it takes to get you out of here. You can't even get out of here yourself. You don't know the way, so you have no idea how you'll do that. But in this circumstance, the poor soul standing before you like a shell with a shattered mind, this feels like the only thing you should say. Can you blame yourself for that? Leave? No, can't. Milady'll find me. I can't go. I'm here. I'll stay here. I'll wait for you. You'll come. She presses herself even tighter against the wall. You can see the terror in her eyes. Listen, you have to escape. Do you understand me? She's using you. Do you know the way out? There has to be a cellar door leading outside. I'm here. I'll stay here. I'll wait for you. You'll come. We can escape. Do you understand me? I'll stay here. You'll come. You'll come back. You'll love me. You'll come. She no longer hears you. Curled up against the wall, hands over her ears, this hollow shell just rocks back and forth, murmuring that you'll come back one day, you'll love her. The chains wrapped around her neck are drawn so tight, no force could ever free her from this place. There might be something in this room. I need to find a way out of this room. Let's examine the room. Moisture and moss cover the walls. In the left corner of the room lies a bed, its sheets stained in blood, urine, and pus. Atop it sits a cloth doll. The floor is decayed, scored and battered, as though someone had dragged things, slammed them down. Against the wall before you rests a rusted metal table, its surface scattered with shards of broken mirrors in front of it. A chair has collapsed, its legs bent. Brown stains coat it thoroughly. You can hardly guess what its original color was. Is this ragdoll yours? What do you use this table for? Okay, she's just repeating herself. Here's the doll. Is she crying now? The doll is in shambles, stained with black blotches. Its eyes long since gouged out. One arm dangles loose. Its fabric looks like it's been torn open and stitched back together, again and again. In different places, the padding that once gave its head shape has been entirely removed. Patches of mismatched cloth are sewn haphazardly across its body. Lying lifeless on the bed, the rag doll is a reflection, a crude replica of the woman murmuring to herself by the wall. Maybe it's best not to touch the doll or place the doll. Yeah, let's place it. Okay, I got an achievement that I gave it to her. You love me, come back. Okay. Her eyes turn to you for a brief moment. As her trembling hands take the doll, her murmuring stops. You can feel she wants to thank you, but it seems she's forgotten how to say those words a long, long time ago. Smile and nod. You turn your gaze back to the room. Under the crystal's glow, the metal table shimmers faintly. On the far wall, 2 doors catch your eye. Like the moss-covered walls around them, they're tinged with an unsettling shade of green. There might be something interesting on the table. Okay, let's do that. Alright. Grab a piece of glass or something. As you move closer, you realize the glimmer you saw did not come from the table, but from the mirror shards scattered across it. The shard's rightful place is a frame hanging on the wall. In the blue light, your gaze turns to the frame, whose edges are carved with meticulous care, almost as if ready to move. Its glass had once been held together, but has burst outward from the center, as though someone inside had tried to break free. On the lower corner of the table lie dried, bloody fingerprints. Is there anything in the mirror that catches my attention? Whose fingerprints? Okay. The metal table has been battered in desperate attempt to break it apart. In this cycle of torment, it bears dents and scratches over and over endlessly. Fingerprints streak down the table's edge, trailing black fluid to one of the legs, and there beneath it, you see the words carved again and again. If we are beautiful, we will be loved. If we are beautiful, we will be loved. One of these scratches is still damp. To be beautiful for her is just to be broken apart and put back together again. Poor soul. Who knows how many times she's gone through the same torture. You leave the writings where they are and turn back to examine the room. Lilith's hatred is soaked into every corner. I think I've seen everything there is to see here. Time to move on and find the way out. Oh, we got 2 doors again. See, I want to go for the fancy one. I don't know. You turn towards the doors. One looks old at first glance. Its wood is dark brown, fading to gray in places, cracked and mildewed with time. There's no visible handle, only a notch in the frame, worn smooth, not by force, but by habit. The other is newer by comparison, but it's not the honest kind of new, more like something rotten that's been polished and presented as good as new. Its wood is pale, grainless, unnatural. A silver knob sits placed squarely in the center. I kind of want to do the old door because I feel like it's been here longer, which means maybe that's the way to the hatch, whereas this seems like it could be something else that Lilith has created. You slip your hand into the gap and push. The surface isn't warm, but not exactly cold either. Stagnant. It reminds you of the moment a body begins to cool, the remnants of a life lived, then abandoned. Your fingertips catch lightly on the splinters of the wood. As a child, you used to run your hands over boxes like this while hiding beneath your mother's alchemy table. A life long before your mother's death, and long before you took responsibility for it. Long before. Let's pry open the door. Please be good. Okay. We got books. Paintings, books, some of them resemble the ones I used to paint. Lilith, she loved when I drew her. She said each of them carried a piece of her soul. The door beyond the arch opens and closes with the wind, whose source I cannot understand. It's the only place I can go. At first glance, it seems a cold and empty room. On the damp walls, the light seeping through half-open door glimmers like scattered pearls. The dust, woken from its endless sleep, whirls frantically around you. Then you see them. Paintings and canvases thrown into the corners, torn, ripped, shattered. A great hatred has turned every one of them into the wreckage of a massacre. The room opens onto a corridor without a door. The paintings belong to Lilith, aren't they? There must be something else I can find in the room. Let's do that. You turn your gaze away from the paintings on the floor. The beams supporting the low ceiling have come loose. The wooden shelves that once hung on the walls have fallen to the ground. A few books catch your eye where the shelves have collapsed. I didn't know Lilith was such a reader. Pick up one of the books. In this cursed basement, I wonder if anything real remains. Reach for the broken shelves. Let's Let's reach for the shelves. Maybe something's up there, like a key or something. Oh, okay, there's a little box here. You move past the paintings and reach for the broken, splintered shelves. Some are swollen and warped from dampness. You pull a few planks aside. Beneath a thick layer of dust, a bound book and a box lying next to it catch your eye. Bound book is probably like a diary or something. Let's reach for the box. The box looks hastily made, rough and undecorated, its lid held in place by a simple wire. When you shake it gently, you hear something round, thumping softly against its sides. When you open the box, you see a round, pale yellowish object inside. From its back dangle thread-like strands. It is an eye? Dried with clotted bloodstains. Yet among its purple veins, it seems as though it's watching its surroundings. Gods, this eye, whose is it? Take the eye and look at the iris. You take the eye and turn its iris towards yourself. At that moment, the light coming from the slightly open door behind you fades away completely. The black void at the center of the eye begins to widen as if alive. You feel the ground beneath your feet slowly slipping. You don't think that you're falling, but you're not standing anymore. What's happening? You are in a room, sitting tied to a chair. You're not looking around with your own eyes. You see things more clearly. The light of a trembling candle beside you blinds your eyes. The colors are paler. You're in another body. There are deep cut marks on your hands, some of them still fresh. In front of you stands Lilith. She looks at you not with love, but with caution. She studies you. Your head tilts downwards, not by your own will. Lilith's fingers mercilessly turn your face towards her. Your bone structure is sturdier than his, compared to the others. Maybe you can take the procedure. So far, so good, at least. Let's see what effect this will have. She places the device onto your face. Stop! Before the words can take shape, your vision darkens. When you regain consciousness, you're lying on a table. You can't feel your face. Dozens of layers of cloth are wrapped around it. When you try to make a sound, only a groan escapes your throat. You are in terrible, agonizing pain. With great effort, you turn your neck. In the doorway of the ajar door stands a man with golden hair. One of his eyes is missing. He's looking at you. You... A hand mercilessly presses down the cloths covering your face even harder. When you feel your face collapsing inward, you can only bring yourself to scream. Existence entangles in itself. Darkness overtakes you, and the pain slowly fades. You find yourself sinking into a kind of warmth. Enough! Stop this! You are resting in someone's palm. It's hazy and cold. A man with golden hair looks at you with utter disgust, as if afraid. His lower lip trembles slightly. When you realize who this man is, a strange awareness spreads through your non-existent body. You feel the ground beneath your feet once again, and at last you come to your senses. The eye is still in your hand, but it's no longer dry. It is wet, and it is watching you. Okay, so we're holding someone's eye in our hand that was tortured by Lilith. I must be the guy with the golden hair. I must leave this room. Leaving everything behind feels like the only right choice. Lilith's madness has seeped into every corner of this room. You move slowly towards the door at the end of the corridor. Blood roars in your ears as you push the slightly open door. This must be where you'll find the cellar hatch. God, I hope so. The door opens without resistance. Inside, it's a little brighter. Metal tables are scattered across the room, each layered with dried blood. On the floor, small pools of urine and pus mingle with damp stone, releasing an unbearable stench, and in the midst of it all, hanging bodies on chains from the ceiling. Rotten, hollowed out, left on hooks to be forgotten. This is not where I thought I was going. Keenan! Who dares disturb my century-long slumber? The voice sounds as if it's scraping its way out of a throat that shouldn't still be alive. Who's talking? I'm over here. Come closer. I don't bite. Well, I'm kidding, of course. I bite. But right now, that's not really an option. I'm a bit tied up, you see. Oh, fuck! That's the golden hair guy, I think. A corpse cut off at the waist. It looks like looking straight at me. Ugh, what is she doing to these people? The thing before you is a body without its lower half, another of Lilith's experiments. Its arms are chained to the ceiling, a hook driven through its shoulders. Its head, lolling onto its left shoulder, watches you with curiosity. It doesn't take long to notice that one of its eye sockets is empty. How can you talk? I guess it's because I'm one meant to talk. Others are. He gestures weakly towards the other bodies hanging from the hooks. The chains clink and rattle with the motion. Not exactly the chatty type, sadly. So, all the babbling's left to me, but I owe my life to this deed. You don't seem all that surprised to see me. No one ever is. So who are you, or were? Surprised? Don't think I could manage that even if I wanted to. Golden hair. Besides, am I golden hair? I don't know. I see you walking down here every night. What? Right there, standing at the threshold of the open door. You left pieces of yourself in this place. If you look at that wall, you'll see the marks he made with his nails. He struggles to raise his brows as if pointing towards the far wall. Is this all just me? Like I've come down here a million times over and over? Like, is that me? What do you mean you see me coming here every night? This is my first time here, and once I leave, I'm never coming back. Yes. I'm sure that's true. But let me tell you something. This isn't the place you came to escape. It's the place you've always thought about staying. I had to come here. I had no other choice. You talk like you know me so well, corpse. What? Corpse, you say? Pretty bold words for someone who burned down this whole soul 5 years ago, golden boy. The chains rattle faintly as he leans his head towards you. Look at me. I know you. Really know you. Because everything you're afraid of is in me. You're afraid of the feelings you never voice, afraid to speak while you're tossed from place to place, and when it all comes crashing down on you, you lash out at anyone you can. Corpse. At least I'm still honest. I know you, golden boy. I'm everything you can't bear to look back on. I was there in every moment that you were too scared to choose. Corpse. At least I'm still honest. They weren't choices, they were masterfully crafted traps. Lilith really did build you well. Look at you, talking exactly like her. You're hitting below the belt, equipped with gross insults. But they're just things you've always wanted to say. Thoughts you've known deep down but never dared to voice. Shadow. When Lilith was turning me into this thing, she said something similar. I'm going to take the part of him that loves me. If you ask me, that part was buried pretty deep. But when she took it, I will become a shadow, looking exactly like you, only without your fear. A sudden silence fills the room. Dim light reflects off the foul puddles on the floor. One of the corpses, slumped against the wall, stares at you. Its lidless eyes wide open, jaw hanging at an unnatural angle. A bug crawls across its face, disappearing between the torn skin of its cheek and calmly making its way down towards the throat. In front of you, the corpse bound in chains sways gently, caught in a faint breeze whose source you can't place. With each movement, the chains creak softly where they meet the ceiling. You're in no position to judge me. You're just a shell, an image. Even the thought that you believe you understand me is disgusting. How long have you been hanging here? Let's see. Roughly since the time you started blaming yourself for your mother's death. Back then, I was just a head. Nothing below the neck. I fill out over time, you see. There are a lot of voices you've silenced, chained up and shoved away. So I figured by now, I'd be up and running. But there's been a few bumps along the road. Wait a second, hold it. Are you saying that I created you? Lilith created you, not me. Now we've reached the break in the story. It coils its hands around the chains and leans slowly towards you. You think it was Lilith who made me? Well, you're not entirely wrong. She pulled at my flesh, cut and carved me, gouged out my eye, true. But who do you think gave her the material to create me, Lilith pulled me out of her happiest moment. What filled in the rest were the things you never said. What created me were the things you never dared to make, golden child. And what will kill me is you. What do you mean kill? You're already dead. Well, no, that one was new. I didn't know you could break my heart like that. Come closer. Let me show you what has been keeping me alive. Alright. Alright then, here we go. Hold out your palm. A little more. Yes. Do not drop it. Ugh, I really hate this part. Put out your hands. As you stand directly in front of the corpse, the stench becomes almost unbearable. Inside his empty eye socket, you catch a faint glimmer, something shimmering, and then the body starts to retch and convulse. He grips his chains tightly as something thick rises up his throat. At last, a dark reddish fluid oozes from his mouth, and he vomits onto your outstretched hand. A mouthful of thick, warm bile fills your open palm, but within that heavy heat, there's something there. Piece of her mind, okay. Damn, give me a second to catch my breath. It's never easy coughing up that thing. Lilith's stuffed inside me. Here you go, golden boy. Pretty sure this belongs to you. What's that? A crystal. Unformed, still translucent. Something you once said when you truly believed you loved Lilith. A memory. Your greatest joy and your greatest lie. That feeling clung to Lilith. She took it, turned it into a ritual, shaped it, and made it something else. Which memory is this? You watch as the corpse breath slows. The single eye sunken into its skull begins to dim, fading softly. A faint, genuine smile forms across his face. It can no longer speak. Look at the crystal. As you wipe your hand clean, the round, translucent crystal is revealed. Veins pulse across its surface with a blue energy, throbbing like living tissue. Inside the orb, a vision takes shape. You feel Lilith's warm body against yours, the softness of her lips pressing into you, her fingers threading through your hair. Her breath, hot and intimate, against your neck. Your body trembles. You're biting, tearing, devouring each other, consuming until nothing remains between you. And in that moment, you're whole. Truly complete. Your bodies dissolve into one another, and you touch the essence at the core of Lilith's being. Then, with your lips pressed to hers, you begin to speak. I'll never let you go, my love. I will love you forever, Lilith. The crystal shatters in your hand. A sharp flash, and then thousands of tiny fragments scatter across the room. The corpse before you slips free from its chains, crashing into a pool of fetid, pus-laced water below. With one last effort, he turns his face towards you. I said the things you couldn't. Now the words are yours, golden boy. Break free from your chains. Unlock them. We'll meet again very soon. The corpse looks at you, that same faint smile still on his face. The silence in the room deepens. Now I'll also carry the things you can no longer say. Close the corpse's eye. Is this what Lilith buried inside you? Yeah, let's close his eye. The corpse doesn't respond to your touch. In this stillness, it looks almost like it's fallen into a peaceful, restful sleep. I'd better find a way out of here. You look around the room. Oh, we got more doors. Okay. As you return to searching the room, you feel something settle over you. A sense of expectation. The lifeless bodies strewn across the chamber are watching you. On the wall to your right, you see two distinct doors, once again. The first door is sealed with rusted chains, but the chains aren't locked together. They merely hang there, as if they tried to hold something back and failed. The other door stands slightly ajar. Beyond it, nothing but darkness. No light, no life. The chains aren't holding anything. This one's just open. I'm kind of being pulled towards the open door. I don't know. Let's do the open door. As you draw closer, the stench hits you harder. Oh, come on. So foul it turns your stomach. Beyond the gap, there is no light, no sound, no life. And yet, as you near the door, you begin to feel something. A smile from a face you don't know. A name you've never heard, yet somehow remember. There's a longing there, vast, unspeakable, other than words, and deeper than memory. Ooh, okay, so it's giving us a choice to choose the other door. It smells bad, but there's a smile from a face I don't know, but I remember. Let's keep going. The rusted hinges wail as the door creaks open. In the shadows of the chamber beyond, you feel something waiting for you. A cold bead of sweat trails from your nape down your back. The light behind you is weak, yet just strong enough to pierce the smothering dark. But this pale glow shows you only what you were never meant to see. Is it too late to go back? And then, that moment, your foot sinks into something soft, yet threaded with something hard. You do not want to turn your head. Believe me, you do not want to see what writhes beneath your step. What did I choose? What is it that I stepped on? Fine then, I guess let's go back. Let's try the other door. I want to see. All right. Thinking what could be worse than talking corpses or young women experimented on, you lower your gaze. Beneath your feet lies a crushed face. With your step, you've ground rotted, liquefied eyes, cartilage, and skull into a pulp with tremendous force. Around your heel, fragments of teeth and jawbone jut out like white pearls. From the eye sockets and ears, you see insects scurrying away. What is this place? What remains of you? Ooh. The narrator is forcing me to go there. Why? Can I trust them? Lilith's experiments that went wrong while she tried to create you. Those who could not bear their silence, nor their chained-up thoughts. Those bodies? Each one of them was someone, wasn't it? There are so many of them. How could Lilith have found this many people? Let's do the first one. Don't ascribe a personality to them. That will only make things harder for you. They're just leftovers. Heaps of flesh. Rotted things without a soul. What matters is us. We must get out of here. No, it's not that simple. This one, this corpse, who was it? You're right, I must go on. Yeah, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Yes, very good. Let's continue. You carefully make... Actually, now that's a little suspicious. Makes me want to check. Who are these people? You carefully make your way through the dead bodies. None of them are in any state to rise and seize you. Yet, you're not about to take that risk. Step by step, you draw closer to the door. There's no need to look down. Look straight ahead. There you go. With every step, the door comes nearer. Something is brushing against my foot. Look down. I told you not to look down. Stay calm, all right? The thing brushing against your foot, it's the hand of a corpse. It's about to grab you by the ankle. It just lies there on the floor in the darkness. Its eye sockets are hollow, yet they glimmer faintly in the light seeping through the ajar door. Its half-open mouth hangs as if wanting to say something to you. Are they alive? This is not the time to dwell on the details of between life and death. Slowly draw your foot back. Do not make any sudden movements. Slowly draw your foot back. Very good. Stay calm. Just one more step. You slowly draw your foot back. Your eyes remain fixed on the hollow sockets of the corpse, staring up at you from the floor. From its mouth seeps an unformed murmur. What's he saying? Don't listen to it. Don't listen. They have nothing to tell. Just reach out your arm, open the door. You're so close. I have to hear what it has to say. No, believe me, that will not take you where you seek. They have nothing to say. I'll just open the door. I'll hear it. Oh God, okay. The thing standing before you suddenly presses its lips against yours. You feel the death cold seep through your entire being. Something trickles down your throat. With an archaic reflex, you're forced to swallow it, as if it were something that'll wake you in the middle of your sleep to show you the truth. These are the dead you created. They have nothing to say. Nothing but to drag you into a deeper darkness. The illusion crumbles. Farewell, leading man. I hope you enjoyed the story I narrated for you. And I wake up. What? When I came to against the wall, the pain in my skull was unbearable. Must have been another foul dream again. Do I remember what the dream was? My head. The dead. It was a room full of dead things, I think. The dead trying to speak aloud. What I could not. Lilith again, always her. Who else could it ever be? My love? Lilith? Okay, sit up and look around. Ugh, water trickles from the ceiling again. Moonlight. Must be midnight or thereabouts. The house is collapsing. 5 years, dust and decay. I'm hungry. Look around. The dining table and its toppled chairs remain. On the table, dust-caked plates. Ugh. Whatever drips again from the loft above. Insects scatter across the floor. Are you searching for food too? Huh? That sound. What is it? Lilith? Go to the basement door or go to the kitchen? Go to the door. The board cracks beneath my step. Rot everywhere. I drag my feet inward. Was the sound from here? Empty. Hollow. What was there? Ah, yes, the door. Of course. The door where I killed Lilith. Did the sound come from within? I killed Lilith? Seems like I'm getting a bad ending. Let's keep going. Is this real? What? Is Lilith real? She was always real. The most real of all things, but her love, no. That was madness. Mad. That day I knew she would speak again of the grand unification. Lilith, are you in there? Here was our bedroom once. The sheets lie rotted now. I feared her, Lilith. She was mad. Mad. She loved me more than she loved herself. The bed lies broken, collapsed. Water drips from the ceiling gathering here. What was that? A voice? Was someone calling me? Lilith? In the delirium of her love, I knew I would die. Fear consumed me. I fled. She would never have let me go. So there was no choice. I had to be rid of her. I could not. No. A voice. Lilith, is that you? Okay, so he killed her because she was obsessed with him and crazy. Go down. There were paintings watching over these stairs, beautiful ones. Lilith and I together. Now nothing remains, nothing at all. Go to the basement door. Boards creak everywhere, splintering, falling apart. The plaster has fallen from the walls, exposing what's beneath. This is it. Yes. Here they took her, after I betrayed her. They seized her arms and dragged her away. First, they cut out her tongue, so she could conjure no alchemy again. Okay, alright, now I remember. He didn't kill her. He, told people that she was doing alchemy, so they took her away. Open the door. Darkness. The stairs have long since crumbled. She told me herself this is where they carried her out. They took her. Then they cut off her limbs, so she could never walk again. I'm coming, my love. Are you calling to me? Where are you? Very interesting. A blue light. Where could it be coming from? This is the basement with the one room. Damp stones covered in moss. She'd drawn a circle here. She had stood at its center. When they took her, they flayed her face, so no one would ever recognize her again. My love? Lilith? The blue light shimmers over your wet clothes. Right. The salty water of the sea drips down from where you were thrown. Your hands are severed. Coagulated blood pools black at your feet. The flayed pieces of your face hang, oozing pus. Your lidless eyes stare at me. I have to kiss her. I have to. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I think we've lost the plot at this point. Her arms sway like a pendulum, limp at her sides. Still she stands. I step closer. I fasten my lips to hers, cold as the sea, bitter with salt. Her raw flesh trembles. Her mouth unfurls, and from its ruin spills black ichor. It streams into me, drowning me. But where are you going, Lilith? What is you who called me? Was it you who called me, my love? Where are you? Go upstairs. All your memories will slowly melt away, like tears in the rain. The end. 2 of 8. Wow. I don't even know what that ending was. I definitely fucked up somewhere. That was interesting. So if I click continue, I just wonder where it starts me at. I'm still in Act 2. Is it too late to go back? Okay, so it's giving me a chance to turn around and go to the other door. Oh. Should we go for it and see what we can do? Okay, so is it too late to go back? And then, that moment, your foot sinks into something soft, yet threaded with something hard. Okay, don't look it down. Let's try the other door. You get back, but there is no door. There's never been a door in the wall behind you. Where's the door I entered this room through? The one left ajar, with the light seeping through its crack? No. There was never such a door. You have always been here, remember? But the door you seek waits there. Look. Lit by the crystals set into the wall at the far side of the chamber. Slow, careful. Nah. Wait a second. That's not how this was. I didn't come in from there. I entered through the door behind me. The door that should be behind me. I am narrating the story here. Now be still. To end this, you must continue. Take me back. I refuse to take a single step further. All right, but I'm not doing this because you said so. Let's do it. Let's go to the other door. You carefully make your way through. Don't look down, just keep moving. It doesn't matter. You don't need to see. There's nothing there that can harm you now. Just a handful of bloated corpses. Simply do as I say. Step a little more to the left. Okay. Exactly. Keep breathing. There's nothing rubbing against your foot or grabbing you by the ankle. Don't look down. Focus on the door in front of you. You are moving forward step by step. Stay calm. We will get out of here. Keep moving. Despite all the horror and fear, you start moving. With each step, the door draws closer. It feels as if the room itself is shrinking, urging you to reach it. Just a little more. The moment you stretch out your hand, you'll open the door. Don't look back. Open the door. This is the best for you. Okay, so we made it to another room. So, I guess we're gonna go towards a different ending. Various bottles stand on the shelves. Most are processed alchemical mixtures. Some are an amicid. Some of them you don't recognize. The desk is covered with books and bottles. You must be quite a skilled alchemist. Among the books is also the Journal of the Wandering Pirate Jurogen. I can't see what she's cooking. All right, we've made it to her little spot here. You open the door. What greets you is neither the whisper of the dead nor darkness. It's a warm room, lit by amber tones, filled with a pleasant scent, a familiar scent. Notes of phenolin dance with the resinous breath of lucine, I don't know. For a moment, your nose stings and your eyes well up. You know this smell. This is how the story goes. This story must be told. I know you knew that. Okay, that's an achievement. Right in front of you stands an old wooden table. Scattered pages lie around it, along with small ambelix and chemical traces. And someone is there. A woman. A very old woman. Her golden hair, streaked with gray, is tied up in a bun at the back of her head. At the hearth, built into the wall, she stirs something inside a glass bowl. She doesn't seem to notice you. Slip inside quietly and watch what she's doing. Yeah. You step inside carefully and quietly. The old woman's hunched back is turned towards you. From the counter, just to the left of the hearth, she takes a powder and adds it to the mixture. A hiss rises from the glass bowl. The woman waits, then lets out a sigh. Keep watching. Not right, not quite right. Another method, another disillusion. If Lilith wants this to work, the missing piece must be found. What is she trying to do? Move a little closer to get a look at the mixture. Ugh, what is she trying to do? Some kind of mixture. Judging by the ingredients, advanced alchemical formulas. Vials of Newton and Dauphin sit on the counter. But the real matter isn't on the counter. Look at the floor. What's on the floor? Some kind of circle. It looks like a map inscribed with alchemical formulas and symbols. A map of what? You can't tell. Even for you, this is an advanced alchemical formula. Maybe if you see what the woman is stirring, you could figure something out. I don't want to get closer, but... Missing something. The woman suddenly turns around. The moment she sees you, she freezes in place. A warm smile spreads across her face. The dark circles under her eyes and the wrinkles give away her age. Ah, a guest. Welcome, young man. Well, I only wanted to see what you were doing, ma'am. I didn't mean to frighten you. Don't worry at all, darling. Oh, okay. Come sit. She gestures to the table in front of the wooden table. She gestures to the chair in front of the wooden table. Thank you. Yeah, let's be nice. You must be tired. I'm sure it's been a long journey for you. As you let go of the tension your muscles have held for so long, you feel the ache rising from your calves. In this warm room, filled with familiar scents, you realize for the first time just how exhausted you are. You are tired, Elbeck. Truly tired. But you have no time to rest. Don't forget why you came here. You're searching for a cellar hatch, the way to freedom. Yes, I'm tired. You can rest here, darling, for as long as you like. Are you an alchemist? She lifts her gaze from the papers for a moment. Yes, I used to be. Used to? Mm-hmm. She returns to the hearth, pouring a blue powder she warmed over the naked flame into a vessel. I had an accident long ago. My laboratory burned. We could end the conversation here. Don't ask how the accident happened. What kind of accident? A tragic accident. My 7-year-old son played with the mixture I was working on. To him, it must have seemed like a game. She lifts a vial of blue liquid from the bench and lets the light shine through it. I suppose he could do alchemy better than I could. Or maybe he simply thought it would be fun to mix the colorful liquids, who knows. This feels so familiar. When I entered the room, he was at the mixture. I scolded him a little and then sent him off to bed. I never suspected he might have tossed something into it. I kept working. When the laboratory exploded, I could smell my own burning flesh. Oh shit. Liquid dextrose and VIP. When combined at high temperature, they trigger a sudden violent release of heat. But you didn't know that then. That's what detonated your mother's laboratory. Oh my god, this is my mom. Wait a second. Wait! There's no need to worry, darling. None of this was ever your fault. You don't have to keep living with this guilt. So what are you suggesting? That I should just let it all go, run away, and pretend to be happy as if nothing happened? Now that's the most sensible thing you've said so far. We need to escape. It's not a bad idea at all. Ask her where the cellar hatch is. Haven't we seen enough death and corpses for one day? Run away? Well, if that's what you want. I'm only telling you to lay down the burden on your shoulders. The day your mother died in the laboratory, it wasn't your fault. Those are kind words, thank you. But I don't want to hear any more about the death and loss. Just tell me where the cellar hatch is and I'll go. Exactly. We can't let this woman with her familiar scents, her soft voice, and her smile dig any deeper into our mind. Yes, we must not forget our purpose. Ah, you mean the door that opens outside, don't you, darling? Well then, this way. Something's wrong. Is it really that easy? When we get out of here, will I be free again? Not everything has to be unbearably hard. Just keep going. Once you're out, you'll feel the wind again. You'll see the waves of the sea. The woman walks towards the wall on your left. She cracks open the alchemy cabinet. A warm breeze stirs her hair. You see a single tear roll down her cheek. I hope you find what you're looking for on the other side, my son. Go inside. The moment you step into the alchemy cabinet, you fall into some kind of void. Warm winds swirl around you, and once again you find yourself wondering then when you'll finally hit the ground. I'm falling again. Was this how it was meant to be? Act 3. Okay, the 65th month. I feel like it's kind of cheating because I already got an ending, but I want to keep going. Now, in your interrupted fall, a metallic taste burns in your throat. Blood and rust mingle with the air you breathe. Beneath your hands, there's a damp warmth, as though something has come alive. Where am I? At the beginning of your salvation, and of course, at the end of all things. Do you see it? You climb now. Your nails are clawing at the rotten boards, yet beneath them something's writhe. In the darkness, there's a pale light. In the darkness, there, a pale light flickers, the light that will grant you freedom. For the story to end, and for you to awaken, you need one final crescendo. Move towards the light. You think you're moving forward. You think the story has forced this upon you. But do not despair. It was never about choices. Then what? It was about letting go. Nonsense. Even the things I let go of, I choose. You do not understand. You believe you choose, yet slowly, simply, you let go of the path you tread. You do not look ahead. First, you let go of the road stretching behind you. When you climb, you let go of the descent. For your own life, you let go of Lilith's. And when you have let go of every other possibility, the only option left is the one you merely believe you chose. So you're saying I have no will, it's all what? Fate? No, you don't understand. Letting go is also a choice. Let's do the fate. Oh, no. Quite the opposite. The measure of the road you walk is defined by what you let go. The greater what you let go. The greater what you let go, the more meaningful your path becomes. When what you have left behind rises at your back and their shadows fall before you, you will see more clearly what must be done. Just as when you feared Lilith most, you loved her all the more. Perhaps I should just move on. Yes, perhaps. Despite the boards beneath you, you must move towards that pale light in the darkness. Let's do it. You crawl across the rotting boards that resemble living flesh. The pale light in the darkness grows ever stronger. At last, its edge takes the form of an arched doorway. Pass through the threshold. As you cross the threshold, the light sears your eyes, and then you find yourself inside the house again. The house where you once waited in the rain at the door, where Lilith insisted you eat, where you believed your memories alone kept standing. But this is not that house. This is the remnants of it. Everything is paler, grayer. The cracked walls have partly collapsed, their beams jutting out like bones from a broken limb. The windows quiver like taut skin. And right before you, what the fuck? And right before you, upon the table bathed in silvery moonlight, lies a body. Around it, in the chains, sit 3 figures. 3 familiar people. A young woman, a corpse cut below the waist, and an old woman. You. Ah, right on time. Come on then, golden boy, come. We've kept the finest part for you. How did you get here? Weren't you supposed to be downstairs? Downstairs? What are you babbling? With a feast such as this? Why would we drowse downstairs? Won't you join us? But just now I left you downstairs, didn't I? Mother? What? Downstairs? Yes, we were there. Because you were there. In those rooms, in that darkness. You wandered through your guilt. But now you've overcome it, haven't you? Examine your surroundings. It matters not where I am no more than it matters what I've overcome. Examine. This place is no longer as you remember it. From between the broken boards seeps a milky white liquid gleaming through the moonlight. The walls where paintings once hung are swollen, alive as if they breathe. The portraits have been scraped away and the smell, not damp, not decay, On the table before you, there is no candle burning, but a corpse laid out instead, and you know who it is. Lilith. Spot on, golden boy. Good save. And now, we also save something. The finest part of her. For only you. Knowing you would come. Her heart. Mother, what have you done to her? Get closer to the table. You move slowly towards the corpse gleaming in the moonlight. Your gaze drifts to her clothes, to her hair, blazing with the fiercest crimson. Lilith? Her body is motionless. From her neck down, through her chest and torso, run jagged fissures, as if something has torn its way out from within. Her face has been flayed away, leaving bone and festering flesh. This is a rite, a step towards the unification Lilith spoke of. Finally. Finally, you've said it. But do not fall into the delusion that this is death, my child. It is only a merciful release, a sundering filled with love. As you look at Lilith lying on the table, even as you scarcely believe the thought taking root in your mind, but you have witnessed this scene before, in your dreams, among the house's rotting boards. Those at the table do not look at each other, their eyes fixed on the pieces upon their plates. I don't understand. This never-ending search, in the depth of meaning and memory, hasn't it always been what pulled you along? The answer you seek waits upon the plates before them. Get closer. Look at the young woman's plate. Your eyes drift to the young woman's plate. Upon it lies a thin, bloodied strip of skin, folded, carefully placed. Seems you never seen me. She pushes the strip of skin towards you. But this is your face, right? Take the skin. I suppose it was me who wanted to see you like this. Ugh. Take the skin. I think so. My face, my body, changed so much. I don't know what's mine anymore. How do others know you? With trembling hands, you take the folded skin she offers. It's heavier than you expected, and still warm. You slowly unfold it. It resembles a mask peeled from Lilith's face. Empty eye sockets stare back at you. I couldn't love you as you were, I'm sorry. I don't know, does it truly matter how others see me? Let's do the top one. The young woman reaches out her hands. Her long skeletal fingers graze yours. When you notice her curious gaze, you see a strip of skin drooping from her hairline, as though another face lies on top of her own, a kind of mask, peeled like the one in your hand, yet crudely set back onto her skin. The lady doesn't need an apology. Yours, I do. Now I know you. Remove the mask from the young woman's face. You step closer, and as your hand reaches towards the stretch of skin from her chin to her hairline, the young woman flinches, just for a moment. Yet her eyes never leave yours. Her expression remains fixed as though carved into place. Will you like what you find? It doesn't matter anymore. This isn't you, let me help. The flesh in your hand grows slick with blood. Each time you try to grasp the loose skin with your greasy hands, the young woman's head tilts slightly backward. No matter how hard you try, the stitched-on pieces keep slipping from your fingers. Maybe, if you want to tear off a face made for you, you need to put down the piece you're holding. Your gaze drifts to Lilith on the table. What? You need to let go. Well, that's what I mean. Where it belongs. Your eyes turn to Lilith. Lilith should have at least one face I can look at least after her death. Can't look at Lilith anymore. Let's put it back, I guess? Ew. You turn to Lilith, who stares at the ceiling with her lidless eyes, her face molted with suppurating flesh. Looks even paler in the silver moonlight dripping through the broken roof. You carefully place the warm strip of skin upon her face, aligning the cut at her jaw with the start of the hairline. Disturbingly, Lilith's features come together, whole again, almost alive, as though she might turn her eyes to you at any moment. Within you, a great terror and love bloom together. think you're ready to see now. She closes her eyes and tilts her face towards you. Reach for the stitches across her face. Reach for the hanging strip of skin. You wipe your hands clumsily on your clothes and reach for the dangling piece of skin where the mask begins to lift from her face. You pull a little. The stitches tear softly. The young woman winces in pain. Are you alright? Mm-hmm. You pull harder as the stitches begin to tear. The mask clinging to the young woman's face rips apart, but you don't stop there. As the mask tears away, every stitch along her neck, chest, stomach, and legs bursts open. Everything comes undone. The skins taken from different bodies and sewn together peel away one by one like clothing. And when every seam is finally undone, another body emerges from within the woman. A young boy. He bears your body, your eyes, your past, and with his trembling lips part, you hear the voice of your childhood. Do you know who I am? Yes, I know who you are. Embrace the boy. You sink to your knees and hold the golden-haired boy. As your hands touch his back, you feel a hole. His trembling stops. He is no longer afraid. You glance at those around the table. The eyes watching you seem unaware of what has just happened. You step back. You think it's over, but it's not. It cannot, for another still awaits you. Look at the man's plate. As the young woman's body dissolves until only a handful of skin remains, all that you have lived and all that you might yet live flows before your eyes. Everyone, everything, just as it was meant to be. Do you feel it? Yes, I feel the cold drought striking my face. As your true face lies buried beneath your sins, is this possible even? But do not despair. In the darkness of the endless night, resurrection awaits you. Look before you. On the plate of the man, cut off at the waist, rests a bloody, congealed tongue, torn from its place. The man fixes his gaze on you, waiting at last. He speaks. We had another part in mind for you, but it seems Lilith left nothing unsaid. Unlike you. Would you? He jerks his chin towards the tongue on his plate. Now, it's my turn to speak. Take the tongue. What? No, I don't want to take my former lover's tongue. Let's take the tongue. Ha! So many people made me speak for so long. After a while, I could no longer recognize my own voice, but yours I will know. Now it's your turn, truly. You think the dead body slackens, sinking into some strange ease. The tongue in your hand feels slick and heavy. It waits for you to say something. I am sorry for everything. Oh, come now. That scrap of tongue in your hand needs no apology, golden boy. Don't make yourself pitiful with excuses. You're hardly a paragon of virtue, are you? And no one here ever expected your apologies. What is expected is that you exist, that you be someone. Perhaps my fleeing should end. Perhaps I should cast aside apologies and become someone, become myself. Yeah. The chains spilled at the man's feet clatter softly. Their sound echoes through the rotting walls and falls before you. Come closer, golden boy. Come closer and tell us, when you truly are yourself, what will you say? I won't carry you anymore. Step closer and unbind his chains, clasping his wrists. Stop speaking for me. Stay where you are. The man cut off at the waist pauses. A strange bewilderment passes over his face, his parched eyes open wide, and then he parts his mouth. But he cannot speak, for he has no tongue to shape words. You existed to say what I could not, but I no longer need that. Place the tongue on the table. The man's eyes flare wide. He looks towards Lilith, chest swelling as if to speak, yet only a damp breath escapes his mouth. As you turn to set the tongue down, you see Lilith's flayed face, her jaws agape, and as though the dark hollow from which the tongue was torn now awaits expectantly. You want me to put it back where it came from? Very well. Bathed in moonlight, Lilith's something flesh and pale bones gleam. her lidless eyes fix upon the broken rafters above. You pry open her jaw. First, you press the bloodied part where her vocal cords lie. Soft tissue seeps deeper into the dark. Then slowly, you place the tongue back. Black liquid dribbles from her mouth, trailing from the corners of her lips to her ears. At last, you let go of the breath that you hadn't realized you were holding. At least now, her face looks a little more natural, more whole. Within you, love and horror bloom together. When you turn your gaze back to the table, the women are watching you with calm, indifferent faces. The rotten boards creak as if braced. From the broken ceiling, a few drops of rain fall onto your face. Was that all? Each fragment takes its time to settle into place. What you fled from now stands directly before you. Dissolved, fractured, torn apart, and ruined. Was it always meant to be this way? Will it always remain so? You are the cause of this, you. I saw Lilith transformed into something different, a creature, perhaps, or perhaps she had always been so. You are the cause of this, you? The narrator? Me? I am no one. Merely a voice, a safe cave shielding you from the harsh winds of the Neverall. Can you not see that I'm the only one who can help you? And you, on the other hand, you will prove whether you are worthy of being saved or not. What now? Tell me. Narrate, or whatever, and let this torment end. Moonlight spills through the fractured roof. An abysmal silence fills the room. You no longer believe those gathered around the table even breathe. Lilith's body lies there, still as stone. No, not quite. The boards, the glass, the scattered things around you strain, awaiting. All this horror, all the questions, all the hatred, it was all to bring me here, wasn't it? So I could see you like this. I hope in the end you can forgive me for everything. Approach Lilith. You approach Lilith's body lying on the table. Her dark, hollow mouth gapes. Beneath a face that stretches from brow to chin. Like a mask, she is still. Lilith can't hear you, my child, but she doesn't need to anymore. Still, you want her forgiveness, don't you? I betrayed her. Just as I left you, I killed her. You are absolutely right. You knew exactly what would happen when they took Lilith that night. Keep saying that. Which night? Did I? Of course you did. That night, what happened? That night, you came here, to this house, to the place where Lilith's growing obsessive ideas had taken root, the place where you saw her for the last time. She told you about the black alchemy ritual. You were to die, and then reunite within the grand unification. Your bodies would perish, and your souls would intertwine. You were afraid, and you reported her for performing an unauthorized act of alchemy. They captured Lilith. Truths don't turn into forgiveness within the cocoon of time. For your actions to find meaning isn't that simple, my child. But at least you tried. Perhaps Lilith needs to be completed. I never told about the past. I never completed the parts. Let's do this. She or you? At this point, is there any difference between you two? The memory of her that lingers in your mind will at last come to an end. The wood creaks one last time, then silence. It stretches. The floor beneath your feet stirs, faintly like a living membrane. The torn black threads of the curtain shiver by the windows. Silence. It stretches. Then, a breath. You see Lilith's chest rise upon the table. Her eyes turn to you. Her body tenses, as if she's being born again. Yet there's nothing miraculous in it. Lilith, reach out your hand. The hand you extend feels as though it touches a warm memory stuck in the past. Her fingertips twitch. The flesh beneath her nails blackens with some viscous viscous. The flesh beneath her nails blackens with some viscous fluid. Her shoulders tremble. Then she sits up. The clothes clinging to her are wet with blood. Our creation. Welcome, my love. For a moment, I feared you wouldn't come. I'm here, but I thought you died. Truly died this time. It's the same fear every time, my love. You do this because you love me. I know that. You remember me as you wanted me to be. We're almost complete now. You see Lilith's chest rise and fall. Her jaw moves as though she's still speaking. Yet what comes out is only moist breath and a trace of black phlegm. The words emerge instead from the throat of the body of the man cut off at the waist, slumped in his chair at an unnatural angle. His half-open mouth shapes Lilith's voice. All this was your revenge on me for killing you for that night 5 years ago. It must end. We must be completed. This loop must reach its end. They were the halves within you, my love. All of them. The loves you could not see. The words you could never speak. You've been trying to piece them together. But for now, it's my turn. Either you complete me with your body, or confess the whole truth and bring this loop to an end. What truth do you want me to confess? Everything. Why you killed me. Why you were afraid. Why you were so utterly pathetic. Everything. Livber's seas churn. Waves crash against the cliffs, scattering into the night. A garden of white flowers burns among crimson fire. Bare feet crush the withered blossoms. I was afraid to love you, because I didn't want to lose you like I lost everyone else. It wasn't always like this. At the beginning, I truly loved you, until you fell into madness trapped inside your obsessions. Madness, huh? It's exactly what you feared. But it was you who fed my obsession. My madness grew from you. I always loved you. Despite you. Look what it's made of me. I never wanted this for you. All of this you brought upon yourself. I never wanted this. What didn't you want? My death? Too late for that, my love. I remember something. Sometimes. In the mornings, when I had to leave the bed and go outside, leaving you alone, I felt a vast emptiness in my heart. That grew with every step. Until I came back to you. Now I wonder, will I feel it again after our reunion? The creation. You mean a child, don't you? Tell me the truth, Lilith. You think Lilith smiles, until you realize how this is possible. She already braces herself against the edge of the table. Dark veins run from her shoulder to her thigh, like dried muscle strands. She grips her damp crimson dress, tears her skirt apart, and parts her legs. Whoa! Welcome home, my love. To your first and final home. Inside me. All this was your revenge. It always was, wasn't it? No. It was for you, my love. Moonlight pours over Lilith's body, her legs spread upon the table. The face you forced back onto her skin hangs loose at the edges, ready to fall. Her eyes never leave yours. Then, between her thighs, something flickers into view, then vanishes. Some kind of smoke, gray, black. It rises from between her legs, thick and viscous, a muddy liquid moving with it. The wind stops. Something crawls into the world. Lilith's rage for you is taking form. The creation. No. Her love. That's what she called it. You heard her, too. It's love. A love from beyond the borders of the material realm. A love so magnificent. The smoke coils upward. A newborn storm. A whirlwind. It surrounds you, fills the room. A metallic taste coats your tongue. Your breath shortens. Lilith's love begins to fill you. Yes. Your vision darkens. You feel it, don't you? And in the end, a voice. I want to see the truth. To remember, I must know what came before, maybe. Want to see the truth? Oh, I missed what Lilith said before that. Damn it. You chose to know the truth, okay? Smoke coils around you. A realization spreads through the layers of your mind. The story has brought you here. I have brought you here. Through the fine cracks in the smoke you see, the roof caved in, plaster fallen from the walls, windows long shattered. Rain drips from the hole above and strikes your face. From somewhere unseen, you hear Lilith's voice. You are alone here, my love. For 65 months, you've been alone. Since they took me. Your conscience has never let you leave. You always knew the truth. It was to finish what you started, the ritual of black alchemy. Now you see. Yes, my love. You remember the pieces, don't you? The name, the blood, and the word. Well, I must see the truth now. The name first, I must know who I am. The truth isn't hidden behind your ritual, Lilith. You have to understand me. I must know who I am. Elbeck! It was the first weeks of your 65-month solitude. Only days after they took me. They asked you for a name. You gave mine first. Then you signed your own on the witness paper. You claimed to have seen me perform unauthorized alchemy. The gods told you that you could see me one last time before I died. I told them there was no need. The smoke thickens, heavy and suffocating. From the other side, you hear Lilith's voice. Yes, you were afraid, weren't you? You were not virtuous enough to see me one last time, to say that you really loved me. Now speak your name, confess it. My name is Elbeck, and I killed you because I avoided my virtue, and I was afraid. You see the smoke take shape before you, coalescing into a silhouette. The ritual is progressing. From beneath the mist, something slides across the floor. Towards your feet, metal scraping softly, you recognize it, Lilith's dinner knife. The grand unification will unite us, my love. There, we will all be together. Now seal your name with your conscience. Spill your blood to the end. If shedding it will free me from my conscience, torment, then let my blood run. Cut your wrists. So, he's basically killing himself because he's insane and he has all of this torment, but let's do it. Let your blood gather at the knees like the sea itself, just like the edge of the cliff you could never let yourself fall from. 2 years later, your steps had carried you back to that cliff's edge, your guilt heavier than ever before. There wasn't a single night you didn't see me in your dreams. But you couldn't find the courage to let yourself fall with the rain. Killing yourself would have taken more courage than killing another. Your knees sank into the mud, a heart mired in a bog. Blood drips from your fingertips. Your fingers grow numb. The warm, slick fluid from both wrists pools on the floor. Your legs weaken. You sink to your knees. The knife slips from your hand and clatters to the ground. Through the mist, Lilith approaches. Her face, her body. She seems to have left all that horror behind, just as you first saw her. My love. The house creaks and groans around you, crazed, kneeling. You struggle to steady your breath. A rasp rising from your chest. Sweat soaks your back. The wind makes your skin shiver. Lilith smiles. It's a gentle, merciful smile. There's a piece of paper in her hand, and as she leans down to pick up the knife, she places the paper in your palm. And the end. Your madness took hold of you. By the end of those 65 months, you had convinced yourself I couldn't be dead. You clung to the fragile hope, because it was all you had left. Poor Elbeck. Everything lost, rotted or faded within that house. You redrew it on all those yellow papers, to remember, to keep your memories alive. Because what else did you have left but memories? You kept drawing again and again, all those moments whose originals had long been lost. And then you wrote a letter, from my mouth to yourself. You summoned yourself back here, even though you had never truly left, but your mind needed to believe it. Read the letter. My love, if you're reading these lines, it means there's still something inside your heart that belongs to me. Death is far too ordinary a thing to separate us. I will give birth to our creation in our home. Our creation cannot be left undone. Come, my love. All it takes is your courage. Lilith. It's true. You needed to believe it, to step through the door. Just as the blood from your wrist seeping into the letter, the thing that ended everything, the thing that began it all. Don't worry, there's nothing to fear. This is not an ending. This is never an ending. This is not death. We'll begin again. Anew. What? Give me the letter you sent to yourself. I'll tuck it into your pocket. Perhaps where we're going, you'll need this blood-stained thing. When you cut your wrist that deep, you can't move your fingers anymore. I suppose I'll have to complete the last step of the ritual for you. The smoke rises thick and heavy like the fluid that once spilled from Lilith's throat. It wraps around you. You stand within the storm. Your memories whirl through your mind, shattering against the fragments of your awareness. Each breaks apart, merging and separating until nothing remains but the black smoke. In the midst of nowhere, you stand alone, and at last your body dissolves. Go. Now there's no need to fear, my dear, my love, my life. Here everything belongs to everything else. Welcome among us at last. We have no bodies now, no names. Only us remain. Us. This is the only place where we can exist together. You, me, and our creation. Grand unification. Yes. That is what we called this. In the material realm, the horizon where earthly and sky meet, and beyond it, far beyond, above the light and the dark, beyond even the Neverall, come closer. But we have no bodies, where are you? Have you forgiven me? No, my love. You did not do all this to be forgiven. What we have done comes with us. It will be a part of us. I will accept you with it. I will take you into me with it. How? Our souls, these formless souls cast beyond the cosmic dark, will soon mingle. We will become one. We will become something greater than ourselves. You, me, and our child. You will remain as an ache twisting within me, trapped in a new loop. Wait, what? And in the end, we all converge upon a single point in the story, without even remembering who we were. Wow, so that was ending 3. That wasn't even ending 1. Wow. That was interesting. It was kind of like, so you forgive me? And she was like, oh, no. You're gonna be trapped in this loop forever, kind of thing. I liked that ending. I thought that was kind of interesting because we find out that our narrator, or our main character of the story, is actually, he killed his mom accidentally or blew up her laboratory. He got his love killed because he said that she was doing alchemy when I guess she wasn't. I'm not actually sure about that, if she was or if she wasn't. But he got her killed, and he always felt very guilty about that. That was very interesting. And there's 8 endings. I only got 2 of them. I'm gonna have to come back to this. We also have this narrative map here, which is an option, and it has all the different choices you can make. So it looks like I chose this option here, basement A, but basement B actually led to an ending. I don't want to spoil anything for myself, but if I chose the other door in the beginning of the game, it would have led to my first ending. That's crazy. Wow, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. So, now that we have reached the end of the video, I have a little surprise for one of you. I wanted to wait until the end of the video because I wanted the person who watched the entire thing to get this prize. I have one giveaway code for this game. I know it's not that expensive right now. It is on sale until the 15th anyways. But I do have one giveaway code to someone that would like to play this game for themselves and experience it themselves and likes reading and likes the whole, narrative journey that this is. So, if you would like to win this code, please comment down below smoke and mirrors, just like the title, smoke and mirrors, and put a little white heart. It is in the emojis. It is my favorite emoji. So put smoke and mirrors, little white heart. If you can't find it, just type out white heart. It's fine. I'll know who you are. And I will choose one winner to get this code. And then I can send it to your email, or I can send it, wherever you want me to. But I really, really enjoyed this. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.